Hello, happy new year, everybody. It's that time of the week where I make a video on YouTube. And I wanted to start off 2025 with a video going over not all entirely free plugins, but some plugins that I highly recommend. So we got my labs is broke. One, two, three, four, five. We have five plugins. Some free, some paid, but very cheap. We'll get into that. And then each one of these, I kind of cheated. I did five instruments and then five plugins. Every single plugin is a freak show industry plugin. So you have 10 things here, half of which are free, more than half of which are free. The only paid things here are Synthmaster One and Custom Tone. And we're gonna get into why I have these on my list. This is getting out of the way here, saying this is 10 plugins I would highly recommend people, beginners or people who want to be creative, check out in 2025, earlier sooner than later. Um, yeah, we'll go into each and every one of these like usual. A little bit of a quick video, but a little more informative than usual. I am sick, so excuse my voice. And the breathing, I guess, too. The breathing's probably something. We're gonna start with labs because we always start in order, right? Labs, really self-explanatory. What is Spitfire Labs? Labs is this library of thousands and thousands of instruments recorded live, each and every one. I actually don't know how to get back to the labs menu. My lab is broke, but I've never fixed it. It's been broke for over a year. But as you can see here, we have absurd amounts of just different instruments. You got drums, keys, synths, so many. Look at all these. Isn't that crazy? Get a little bigger here so you can see some more of it. And each one of these modules comes with, you know, its own sort of mix and match presets and settings and blah 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 blah. This is tone and velocity, what have you. This is my favorite. This is my favorite labs instrument of all time. All of the ones I'm going to show today, which is not a lot, are just free. This is the felt cassette piano. We can go in here. You can mess with the stability, which is like the actual physical um expressiveness of the strings of the wire, the piano wire. You can hear it's get a little tube wobbly. Reverb, the noise from the cassette recording. We have tons of other things. There's a lot of guitars that I use regularly when recording. I like Moon guitar a lot. I like to drop the tightness. Reverb. Moon guitar is great. I don't really use. I like the Bode guitar. I don't know. This was like a really significant library that I used a lot in like Whale Fall. Huge fan of it. Yeah, and then if we want to combine that with our plugin of choice for lab, which is Freak Show Back Mask, which is obviously an absurd effects pedal from our friends at Freak Show Industries. What does this do? It back mask it samples and resamples as you're playing. Yeah, I mean, so that's a crazy sound, isn't it? And even if we, we doesn't even have to be like a crazy, weird, bizarre guitar kind of thing. It could just be just a totally normal. Totally normal sounding piece of audio. Somehow it got turned off somewhere. Oh, latency overflow. Latency overflow. That's crazy. That's how crazy a lot of these freak show plugins get. They will just destroy your plugin sandbox. Latency overflow. That means too much at too little time. That's a good opportunity to move on though. So yeah, Spitfire Labs, which still has a free option. I'll be for clarity's sake, they did kind of pull the rug out from people and add like a subscription service for like more premium sounds. But I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing ever. A lot of people are okay with that. I'm okay with subscription based things. I would just rather own them. And something that I do own, which is not free but is 15.99, is Custom Tone, and Custom Tone is a synth. Yeah, there are absurd amounts of plugins here. As obviously, there's a store. If I click this, it'll open it and show my credit card info. We have wouldn't be a video without, right? What I like about Custom Tone is you can actually see the entire ass sound wave just chilling here, which means you're the Mac Daddy in control, right? You're the one setting these loop and everything, which I think is interesting. Which gives you it gives you this sense of having more tonal control, in the sense of like you're able to make these tonal granular sort of sounds, which is what I use it for. I'll slap on the chorus a lot, really low rate. Oh, turn on, bitch. What I like about custom tone is it reminds me a lot of a plugin um called Alchemy, which is featured I think on the soundtrack for the game Hark the Ghoul. I spoke to the composer about how familiar a lot of the sounds sounded, and I believe the consensus was it was Alchemy, which was bought by Apple. I forget who bought Alchemy, but it ended up being exclusive to Ableton, which is a bummer. But Custom Tone, it's basically the same thing. It's got a lot of the same sounds. Don't even get me started on all the synths. Just so much cool shit. And a lot of these are like super vintagey. Like I said, at any point you're able to just come in here and really just fuck around and just make your own, like make your sound, get your sound, girl, right? Really cool. And then without getting too carried away, our plugin of choice is my favorite effects plugin of 2024. The Dream Eater from the Vaporwave series. From, again, I cheated, and every effects plugin here is just a freak show industry plugin, but that's fine. Yeah, I think this is the coolest fucking delay I've ever used in my life. It's not for everyone. It's very noisy. But there's like, I don't know, you gotta love it. It is it is this sort of granular multi-delay, and how it works is it is a delay within a delay within a delay. I think that's the best way to describe it. If you look at the user interface, you can see you have your delay count. I believe this is how many delays are being stacked. So that's 8 delays, and this is just a single little guy. Um, and all of that matters in context because you're able to just really, really get in here and create monstrosities. There's so much potential with the Dream Eater. I've been using it on every single soundtrack I've composed for a video game since it came out has featured a track or multiple tracks with the Dream Eater. Just carrying. Honestly, I like to do the fuck me up setting. Just fuck me up, right? It's not working. Oh, because it's not on. You click fuck me up, and oh, I think I broke it. Oh, because it's not on. There we go. So fuck me up is a randomizer. I like to use fuck me up and just find weird, uncomfortable sounds to listen to. And speaking of uncomfortable sounds to listen to, one of my favorite plugins of all time, Synth Master Player. Yeah, it's a doozy, isn't it? That like one of my favorite things is Synth Master because this goes on sale a lot. Sometimes for $5, sometimes for $1. Um, I have the entire Synthmaster like suite, but I keep coming back to Synthmaster Player. This is the Synthmaster 2 player. Um, because all of my favorite presets ever are just in here. Now there are a lot of expansions to this. I only have two. I have the Japanese vintage, which is a bunch of Japanese vintage synths. I was making sure dumpster fire wasn't. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a new one. Yeah, each one of these presets comes with absurdum. Well, first of all, let's go over the fact that there's over 2,100 presets for Synth Master Player. So for sometimes free, sometimes $5, sometimes $30. This is a really weird plugin. Actually, you hear me out. This is my hear me out plugin of the year. But for that price range, you get a disgustingly absurd amount of plugins. Let me fix something. I'm on my. Just so we don't get like really boring sequences. A lot going on with this too. We're gonna go back to my favorites. because now we're going to take a look at our plugin of choice, Dumpster Fire, which is a distortion pitch bender. Um, it is the epitome of the fuck me up uh, style of Freak Show Industries. This will, in all clarity, we're going to turn on the what does everything do here thing so we can just see what's going on. There's a lot going on with this. People underestimate Dumpster Fire, but I think it is. I think it is the most mainstream friendly of the Freak Show plugins. Let's give it a hear. Yeah, I'm doing a soundtrack for a game right now that takes place in like an abandoned slaughterhouse. And I've been using Dumpster Fire plus I guess bonus plugin that I would talk about in every video, plus Valhalla Supermassive. And what I'm doing with the combination of these is using the Aether to create a hellscape, which is basically just like it's like a really rough verb sort of effect. It's more convulsion than granular, but then I come in and I get a medium reverb. I've been using massive vocal, and I get these sort of like abandoned slaughterhouse kind of sounds like this, and just it's just pure ambience for the game. Yeah, being able to get effects like that out of two free plugins and then a plug. Oh, because I keep hitting the thing, and then a plugin that's sometimes $1, sometimes not. Pretty great. It is the epitome of sound design at its core. You're taking things and you're making things. And I think Synthmaster plus effects plugins does that. Speaking of taking things and making things, everybody knows Decent Sampler. Yeah, Decent Sampler is a completely community driven sampler plugin. Unlike Labs, which is run by a company, Spitfire Audio, Decent Sampler is run by its community. And if you come over to here, look at all these things. Venus Theory, he's my hero. Guitar, Decent Samplers, I know them. There's just a whole shop of things, and I say shop because some of these things do cost money. But then you also have things like this, earthquake sounds. It's right up my alley. I have a bunch of sounds in here that are just like sounds of Iran. What the fuck is sounds of Iran? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Sounds of Iran is the sounds of people protesting in Iran, and it's being ran through a bunch of granular synths and convulsion synths to make some ridiculous sounds, right? So I love Decent Sampler because of this like um this sort of like return to sample CD. You have these like east west sort of like I'm gonna buy a sample CD, and it's a sample CD that consists entirely of sampled voices of people just talking in France. You can find the craziest stuff in a decent sampler, which is why I love it. Although a lot of ethnic instruments. It sounds like I'm playing it wrong, but it's in the correct scale. And that's in our normie chromatic scale. Yeah, you have so much stuff happening. Um, and the graphics interface and the customization depths of these are all going to depend on the instrument itself. Yeah, as you can see, if you go back to the store, thousands upon years worth of samples. Uh, some of them even look like this. Like cool. Some of them look like this. That's really cool. Oh, actually, Stella is one of my favorite libraries ever. I use Stella a lot. I used to use it a lot. I don't anymore. Yeah, and our plugin of choice, which has been on the whole time, right? Pranked you. Pocket Dimension. Which is this sort of like remote. How to explain it? It's this like remote granular effect. You can fuck me up, and I forget the setting. There is a setting somewhere that sort of just turns everything on its own. Maybe. I actually don't remember the setting to. Hmm, remember. There used to be a setting that I use quite frequently that was just like. Oh, here we go. So this is going to determine like the pattern your little buddy takes. Yeah, really cool plugin. Lovely sounds. Probably the most subtle of the Freak Show industry plugins, but still not the most mainstream. That's still going to be Dumpster Fire. And then last but not least, we have the most basic of them all. It's in every video ever. Vital. What is Vital? Vital is honestly it's just like Decent Sampler, except it's a wavetable based synth with a billion pages and a billion ways to customize and a billion ways to just go and find sounds. A lot happening here. So how does Vital work? Well, you go to a bunch of these Vital websites and you just download presets. Or if you're, oh my goodness, I'm never gonna find it. If you're a normie, oh my god, is there set as default? There we go. Oh no, wait, that actually. Oh no. Oh right. Uh-oh. So right. So oh no. Okay. So basically, anyways, how Vital works is you have a sound, and I'm trying to get the most bare bones basic synth to just show how this works. Use this. Basically, how it works is you have access to every little. Fuck. That's funny. You have access to the most absurd levels of editing. And there's really nothing stopping you. You could just take out, like, let's say I want to take one, and then put that there, and then put that there. And then, oh, I want to change this too. Let me go in here, change all this. Now it's different. Look at that here. We change all that. We can attach things to other things. So now that's doing some stuff. That's doing some crazy stuff. Am I right? We can bring this over to here. It gets crazier and crazier the more you go, you know? And what I've done is I've combined this with our last free plugin from Freak Show Industries. Maybe I shouldn't have made this. Which is impossible to describe. It makes noises. I know that sounds like a cop out, but hear me out. It's gonna make some noises. Sorry to make it a noise. I like to use, maybe I shouldn't have made this with like keys and plucks and stuff. Yeah, I mean, the more you want to dive into all 10 of these plugins, the more you can. With that being said, yeah, that's that. That's the first video of 2025. There is a Patreon up now. There's going to be sample packs and other resources on that Patreon. Thank you to everybody in 2024 as well who really kind of just showed up out of nowhere and said, "Hey, this is a cool channel." Um, Thank you to everyone. Yeah, I'll be back with another video on more free stuff. I want to focus on free stuff. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna go free my bowels, if you know what I mean. I'll see you guys later next week, maybe this weekend, if not tomorrow, maybe yesterday.